XRP is pumping, Cardano is pumping, XLM is pumping, meme coins are going to zero, meme coins are going down. You lost in this bull market, you bought into the narrative of influencers talking shit to you, and the second largest influencer started to scream about meme coin cycle. I knew it was the time to sell, and I told you about this. But obviously it's not the time to sell all of the meme coins out there. I do think that meme coins around Ethereum that did not have a run yet, they essentially would do quite well. But today we're talking about what will be next, where you should essentially be positioning yourself currently. And I will also tell you why the current picture is not that bright. However, as a traditional on this channel, firstly, I would want to start with me bragging out about how smart and how good I am of an investor. This is BTC dominance. I called you several times on this channel right here. I told you that we should be seeing the last high. The reason I have this circle here is because here I was saying that we should be going lower from here, right? We almost get our confirmation, right? We almost are here. Here is where the real alt season, real surge up should eventually start, right? And I also check out the video from Miles around the fact that old meme coins, old altcoins from 2021 are pumping, and I kind of agree with his take that the reason they're pumping is because people are essentially seeing them as meme coins. They're not buying them because of technology. Most of them are dead. Nothing is happening for them at this stage. It's just that I would even say that people are buying feelings that they felt back in 2021 with these type of coins pumping. And it's a very, very interesting thing. I do think that very, very small amount of people on the marketplace actually predicted in advance that these coins would be pumping. Maybe some people were able to call them early because they started to see some of them start to pump, right? But in general, I do think that a very small amount of people actually predicted the start of pumpage for these coins in the first place. And what's interesting is that other reason of why they're pumping is because people know them. And this is a very, very important thing, how known your coin is at this stage. Something I wanted to share is Altura. We'll just briefly go through it, but I was shocked yesterday. Like, I checked out the price action from 4th of November, which was the absolute bottom on the range of alts and meme coins, and this thing did a 4x. It's almost on, yeah, it's actually 5x from the 4th of November. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about that. And one of the reasons is obviously because of the fact that it's a strong coin. And secondly, is because it actually is known by people out there. So all the retail coming back into the market, Altura was one of these like very, very famous gaming coins back in the end of the run of 2021. I do think a lot of people got onboarded into Altura. A lot of people do remember Alex Becker taking profits on Altura publicly and saying, well, I got a 40x. Will you take profits on the 40x? I do think that Alex Becker taking profits on the 40x is still on the chart. It's right here. And it will stay on this chart until the end of time. So when we are old, when we are 70, 80, 2000 and I don't know, 50, 60, pop up this chart and we will still be able to remember Alex Becker taking profits on 40x and sharing on Twitter on X like, well, would you be taking profits if you got a 40x? Right, so it's very fun. It's quite interesting, but we're not talking about the coins that pumped already today. We're talking about the coins that will be pumping next, because this is where you essentially will be making money, right? So we can check out the charts of XRP. We can check out the charts of other things on the marketplace. Try to understand where they are essentially chart-wise and whether or not there is any upside left. XRP, I would say no upside left at this stage. Cardano. A lot of people are calling this to go back to the all-time high. It's quite interesting that like these charts are essentially playing out. Again, this is just the same chart out there, right? The thing is playing out perfectly. It's just that no one could have predicted that all coins will essentially be the first to run. And not like altcoins, because a lot of these coins, they essentially appeared either in 2017 or in the bear market from 2017 until 2020, right? Which is crazy. So all of them are repeating this chart. And the real question that we should have is essentially what will be pumping next. And I can't help myself but think, what is the coin that is also an old coin, kind of from previous cycle, that was not moving much this cycle, that is heavily shitted on? And by the way, currently I'm 100% sure that current pump of Solana to all-time highs, this is just a manipulation to get as much people as they only can into Solana. Like, it will be heavily underperforming moving further. It's just crazy to me seeing all these alts. Well, the pick I wanted to focus on is obviously Ethereum. I do think that Ethereum is the one to essentially continue the pumpage. And interestingly, what we can see is that despite all of these altcoins, right? Some of them, they're essentially closer to all-time high at this stage than Ethereum already, right? So you might actually say that they outperform Ethereum cycle on the cycle-to-cycle basis, although I do think in the bear market they went way lower than Ethereum in comparison. You might also say that we're seeing like a similar type of chart right here, right? And what we should be seeing is us essentially going here, and as we get rejected a couple times from these levels already, we should finally be breaking out. I give you the date, 25th of November. This is the real date where Ethereum starts to surge up. I give you the date several days in advance. Let's see. I'm always giving you things so you can check me on the things that I'm seeing in a very, very short time frame out there. One thing I also wanted to talk about is also Murat Memecoin Peaks Twitter, right? So I was telling you that when essentially, I think here I won't be able to find anything. So I was always telling you that Murat peaks are the essence of PvP out there. None of these coins are focused on PvE scenario. None of these coins will be bought by retail. They are only understandable by specific crypto culture people. Giga is the gayest cult out there. Like, it's the gayest shit that I've seen in my life. Bunch of internet dorks, like weak, gay, just sitting there and jerking off to the photo of Russian model and calling themselves Giga chats. Like, this is the gayest shit out there. Honestly, should be going to zero. This is like, I don't know like how could anyone, it's like the essence of the current market, the essence of not confident 17 years old virgins coming to the market and buying this shit. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. All of these things. Well, maybe except Mog, but will boomers with money actually buy Mog? Like, nah, they will not. They don't care. No one cares about your Mog. And interesting is that I feel way more confident in the current setup of the market. Like, with these memes, especially Solana memes, like, I was not that confident in the first place, right? Ethereum memes, fine. Solana memes, too young for me to understand, and I didn't understand like why there is like so much capital in there in the first place, to be honest with you, right? But in general, like with alts pumping, it's like coming back home. I don't understand this game. I was playing it 4 years back, and yeah, it's crazy. You just have to buy something, you just have to have conviction on something, and you just have to hold it through all the time. And I will share one pick with you that I think I will just pick as one coin for this bull run, one altcoin. I will just go all in. I will just keep opening longs on this thing on the run up, like all the time on each correction. I will just keep opening, keep opening, and just forget about everything else. So none of this shit, none of this Solana gay 17 years old virgin shit is actually PvE based. They're all PvP based. I was screaming to you about this when these things were pumping, right? It's not that like I'm coming when like it's dumping already. Nah, I'm not this type of bitch, you know? I'm a different type of bitch, right? I'm coming to you, throw it in your faces that the die was right. One more time. One more again fucking time. These things are the essence of the evolution of PvP. It was very smart by Murat. I was telling him through my videos, take fucking profits. What will be happening moving further, if they will be going higher, they will take longest time to consolidate. I'm not seeing the reversal into meme coins, into certain type of meme coins, into younger meme coins on Solana anytime soon. Because for this to happen, like the wave of retail with BTC dominance coming down, like it's not going to be able to like lose to meme coin inflows of 17 years olds buying $50 worth of meme coin. Like, you don't understand who's entering the market currently. These are like 30-40 years old guys that had some fun in the last cycle, that probably made some money, right? And they have real fucking jobs in the real world. They're making money, they have some life savings, which a lot of them will unfortunately lose in this run, but hey, they will have some fun at least, right? They will be buying these altcoins and they will be pushing these prices. From one point of view, this is the case. From other point of view, look at this shit. This is crypto funding at this stage. Well, it kind of jumps back and forth. And when I was checking it out previously, it was not that high in comparison. right? Here it's already like, it's like in the middle. Like it's kind of like, if you would see, if you would check out like BTC funding and even funding like of Ethereum, it's still like in the middle, 003, 002. Yeah, it's like a bull setup, but most people are not long in this stuff, right? Most people are not doing that. And what I do honestly like is that you can actually check out the funding on particular coins, particular alts that you're actually interested in. So we can see the funding on Metis, which is Ethereum layer 2. It's kind of like, it's only crazy on Bybit and Crypto Common and OKX. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like you can check out the funding on Mavia, for example, as well. And funding on Mavia is like what? 006, right? So this is like essentially the issue that I'm seeing, because I think what is happening is that people who think of themselves as smart in this market, they don't want to buy spot, they want to loan stuff to get like larger exposure, but retail money, they're still not in these coins. I would even say that like retail does not know about these coins much, because these are the coins of the new cycle. I think the retail won't be knowing about these coins until the influencers of the past will start talk about them, and they will only start talk about them once people will come to them and bring some money in, right? And essentially these are us just trying to loan this thing, and like this funding is definitely not very healthy. Like on Binance 007, it's crazy. This thing is actually not on the spot Binance at this stage, which is quite interesting for Mavia, but we will talk about Mavia separately. Something I wanted to share. Many people in my timeline trying to buy the dips and memes. I have never made money buying weakness, only buying strength. Lesson in there. I don't think that like things like bobo will essentially be like dropping down or like consolidating much. I do think they will essentially surge up, but a very interesting thing that is happening, something I want to check out, and I wanted to share with you as well, is Wojak surging up. Do you know why Wojak is surging up? Because this is the meme of the last cycle. This is one of the largest crypto memes of the last cycle. And this is where essentially Memecoin degens from this cycle might be positioning themselves in at this stage, because it's essentially a bet that you are making, because currently it's all about the fact like how many of new people actually know of a coin and what should be happening. And like, yeah, it's essentially about knowledge at this stage. That's why I actually acquired some Bogdanov out there. Main reason for that is because along with Wojak, this thing is very, very well known between the market participants of the previous cycle. Like there are some hilarious videos from 2021 with Bogdanov out there. So I do believe it might be a pretty nice better play to Wojak out there. I do think that a lot of people, they know this coin, but they don't know about the presence of the Memecoin out there, right? And yeah, this actually might be a pretty nice bet for essentially us to capitalize on people from the previous cycle coming back to life. So I know I've been talking a lot of things out there, but still, altcoins, they're running, but you have to understand that coins of these cycles, they will still outperform. And I do think that like worst traders on the marketplace, what they're doing currently is that they are selling their meme coins and they are buying into XRP, for example. Imagine like someone is selling bobo and buying their XRP currently. Yeah, that's almost like buying giga dips right now. And call yourself a giga chat. I think like most of giga holders are actually gay. I think they should check themselves. Like not the guys who are just making money on it, but the guys who really believe in the movement. They're probably gay. They should definitely check themselves, right? Probably just go on the street, like find some hippie, suck his dick, and you probably will actually like it, right? So coming back to our crypto, coming back to making money out there. I do think that Ethereum is essential next to pump. I gave you the date of 25th of November, and the thing with Ethereum is the fact that a lot of things are being built around Ethereum at this stage. And it definitely has a bunch of projects out there that are from this cycle that should be outperforming, that don't have like backholders, that these people would essentially naturally be attracted to, right? And here we can perform a stupid and simple analysis based on the things that market participants should know the most. And we can kind of follow this chain of people buying into altcoins, we can think about coins that these people who probably know, that like old guys in the market essentially have and know about. Something like Arbitrum, which is Ethereum layer 2, right? A lot of them, they hold it in their portfolios out there. And yeah, I do think that this thing and like chart looks very, very beautiful at this stage, right? I do think that like buying along in this thing, it should be going to the previous all-time highs. Obviously, a bunch of things will outperform this thing in the process, because you have to understand that once Ethereum will start to surge up, layer 2s will start to surge up, other peaks would essentially, in the same narrative, they would start to do quite well as well. Starknet, for example, chart looks even better. Like it actually should have a huge manipulation around this thing itself, and like it's pretty much free money till this level, which is wow, which is 2.2x movement, which is quite nice if you would essentially put this thing on leverage and get some on leverage as well. I would actually like to check out the market cap of Starknet currently. It actually might be a very, very nice entry point for Starknet. Market cap is $1.2 billion. Yeah, I actually do like this chart a lot. Let's check out the funding on this thing, right? Starknet crypto funding, because you have to understand that I would even say that funding on essentially crypto funding rate, like what the F is this? I would essentially say that like funding on these altcoins, it should not be that large, because I think that previous market participants are buying them on spot. So it's very, very important what they will be buying on spot, because people playing on leverage, these are just us. These are just us trying to take advantage of it. 001 on Binance or on Bybit. It's not that high. It's definitely lower than Mavia at this stage. So I actually quite like Starknet. I quite like this chart. We can also check out Blast, and long for Blast was actually called in my private Discord at 0078, right? So already you would essentially be 20% in profits. If you longed at a 10x, for example, you would essentially be 2.2x in profits on the large essentially position that you would be taking, right? Yeah, chart looks prime on this thing as well. Like we have a clear structure, we have a clear reversal at this stage, and this is also a new coin. Blast coin should also be outperforming nicely. Like if I would essentially zoom in this for you, we have like not even one reversal, we have not even two reversals on the charts. We have three reversals right here, three reversal patterns on this Blast chart out there. Like this thing should definitely be going higher. This is Ethereum layer 2, and the thing I like about this is in comparison to Starknet, for example. Starknet will probably be a sooner kind of capital inflow. It will probably see a sooner capital inflow, such as Arbitrum is seen already, just because I think more boomers know about this coin. Blast is something new, right? But upside here should be way higher, just because of the fact it's also at $200 million market cap. So leverage wise, it should be multiplying way larger in comparison to other things out there that you would essentially be seeing, right? Something I do like, and I was showing, is also Metis. Metis is up nicely from me showing this thing in the video yesterday. And yeah, the chart also looks primed. It's important to check out funding rates on Metis, because I do think it was Metis funding crypto rate. Because I do think it was actually quite high in comparison to what we've seen. Yeah, 002, 006. Yeah, it's definitely higher. So a lot of people are long in. Again, Metis is definitely less known. So these are us degens from current cycles, because we know about this thing in expectation that boomers will start to buy our coin, right? But what will probably happen is that funding will get cooled off through a correction. A lot of our positions on this thing would essentially get liquidated before boomers would even know about this thing. That's why I'm saying that Arbitrum and Starknet are probably safer picks out there. Blast is just nice because of the fact of how bottomed it is currently. It's just like removing this huge wall of FUD down there. Like the chart looks prime. Like ask any Blast hater, look at the chart of Blast, and if he will say it's bad, like you would know right away he's full of shit, right? Metis, kinda I like, something I like as well. But the pick that I'm thinking to go in actually all in currently, and that I'm longing with, yeah, I'm just adding money to my longs like all the time, right? Is actually Mavia. Mavia. do you know why? Do you know like what is the reason of me longing Mavia? Maybe it's because like I did extensive research on tech. Maybe because I have some insights on the project. Maybe because like I'm a member of Neo Tokyo S2 and I got some insights from CityCap that was investing into Mavia at the bottoms and has large allocations. Maybe because I spoke to Alex Berker yesterday and I know that he will be pushing Mavia heavily in one of his next videos. I'm logging Mavia because it's one of the lowest market cap coins to actually loan on the market currently. It's one of the lowest altcoins that you can actually loan on the market. I think like the market cap currently is around $45 million or something, which is nothing. And if you're longing, the thing with you essentially longing, if you don't want to make your risks too much, when the asset is multiplying like crazy, you're essentially multiplying your loan positions as well. And that's why I think the funding on this thing is 0.006 at this stage, because a lot of people don't understand this on the marketplace. And obviously I've been talking about this for quite some time as well. Chart does not look that great, although you might also argue that just recently we actually finally printed our reversal pattern right here. This saying that we printed on a bunch of assets. I can show you this asset, I can show you this pattern on each and every asset out there. We can check out SUI with my beautiful drawings of SUI right here. You can check it out. This is daily. You can check the pattern present right here as well. What did SUI do after it printed this pattern, even from this high, all right? From the breakout, because like you want to be smart, you want to be safe. 3.7x on SUI, but this is SUI. This was like at 1 billion or 1.5 billion market cap here already, right? Mavia is at 45 million. This is the main reason why I'm longing this thing, is because this is one of the lowest market cap altcoins out there. And obviously, today I checked some more information. I check out like the activeness that is happening on the game. And when I was even doing the video on will Mavia actually will be able to pull out the next X Infinity, and I was on the private meeting of Neo Tokyo members in Dubai, and I also asked a question, what do you guys think will be the next X Infinity of this cycle? Some opinions, they essentially were similar to mine, that it might be Mavia. But despite the game, the best thing, the project that will be able to pull out X Infinity of this cycle would just be the best Ponzi. That means that people would essentially be able to make money with this Ponzi out there. And there might be some FUD about like, you know, like allocations and unlocks on this thing. First unlock is in February. And this is a pretty nice narrative, because till the first unlock, they should be pumping this thing. They should be pumping it 100%. It's crazy. And something I also wanted to, Heroes of Mavia Google Play, something I wanted to share as well, and I've just seen yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, this morning. First I longed this thing because it has the lowest market cap between all of the altcoins, right? And then I started to research. Can you see it? Heroes of Mavia. I will zoom in, guys. I can zoom in more. So this is the number, right? Obviously it can be inflated, right? It easily can be inflated out there. You can buy downloads and you can essentially fake it, but still, Google Play always shows us all of the downloads out there. Like you don't have this on the App Store, right? On App Store you have like things divided by regions and things like that. And I know it because I'm an iOS developer. I actually do know how to build mobile applications for iOS, and I've been doing it. This is essentially the start of my career, because before I became the CEO of the international software development company, right? Before it, I was an iOS developer. This is how I started. 1 million plus downloads on this thing. Like, do you remember these 17 years old versions of on Solana pushing TikTok memes because they got a lot of views? Like, this could be just the narrative by itself to be pushing this thing higher. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I hope that they will essentially understand and create a giant Ponzi out of their game. I hope that they understand it. And what's interesting is that through all this period of like bear market for Mavia, for all this time when it was dumping, like some people were actively playing this thing, right? So whether or not you should be actually longing Mavia currently, this is something I wanted to share as well. On the grand scheme of things, like buy currently on spot, that's like the best thing I think you can do. But just checking out these funding rates. 0.07 almost on Binance, and it's on leverage on Binance. but it's not on spot, right? Interesting thing is that it's actually like sponsored by Binance Labs, and it's also based on Base. So it's Base ecosystem project, which means that we should be seeing Binance and Coinbase listing. And ideally, from my point of view, just to be able to dump on retail as much as they can, they would want to be doing Binance and Coinbase listing before February. I think that this is something should be happening. Although I think there is only 44% of supply that is being unlocked in February and then 4% of supply in May. So this thing actually has a pretty nice narrative. Like these unlocks, they won't interfere with the price, like with the bull market price action. Obviously, 4% is quite large on the grand scheme of things if the price will be higher, but in general, it won't be that much. Like it's better when some giga chat is dumping and sending the whole shit to zero because there is no liquidity on the coin, and then he's saying that, oh, like I got drained, right? 007 Binance, 006 Bybit, 003 Gate, but Gate doesn't matter, it's not the largest exchange. 007 BitGet. Yeah, just following these funding rates, like these things should be correcting. These things should be correcting, and we probably are at the kind of end of the pumpage. But interesting thing with these funding rates currently is that they tend to update quite frequently, and then they tend to just go like crazy, just back and forth without any like reason out there. So we can check out this funding rate that was happening at like when? November 22nd. It pretty much happened like yesterday, right? It was 0.002, 0.001, 0.005. So it's very low, very low. Why these funding rates essentially went up like this? Maybe because I longed, right? But I was longing on BitGet, to be honest. And interesting narrative that I do like is that Bluefin delisted Mavia, and I think they delisted it from perps. But yeah, like once the asset has all the access to Binance perps, which Mavia essentially has, it has a bunch of access to rich Binance liquidity. I was explaining this in my newer videos. Binance is liquidity provider to most of these exchanges in terms of leverage. There's essentially just like they're taking liquidity for leverage from Binance out there. And once the coin is listed on Binance perps, it has access to shit tons of liquidity out there, which is present essentially in between Binance liquidity providers. So yeah, let's hope this would be the home run. Let's hope I will not get liquidated. And I think like through these times, I will just keep adding to my loans on a daily basis. Just add. It went up like small bit. I take some profits. I put it back into the margin to make sure that I won't get liquidated if you would essentially see a correction. And then just add, essentially. This is my plan for this thing. Why? Because this is the lowest market cap asset. And niche of this asset is very interesting as well, because we have people like Alex Becker and like near Tokyo is invested like balls deep in this thing. 100% he will be talking about this thing, 100%. Like he's pumping AI coins at this stage. I'm also not seeing like AI coins that he's pumping alts like doing well. Not like because of the fact that he's pumping them, but like just AI coins in general, right? At the same time, can I be wrong? From 1st of November, it did 2.2x. It's just the start, guys. Like if you think you are late to altcoin party and things like that, it is just the start. And Ethereum meme coins should continue to do well. To respond to the question where I think PvP Solana memes will be coming back, man, it's hard. Probably the time, like the opportunity is still quite lucrative, but people are not buying back. Maybe because of the fact like they're stupid and like they will come back next week or something. But maybe because they are actually smart and they understand that like there is a period of consolidation. Most of these Solana memes like Murad Peaks, they are PvP. They're not PvE. We will get our 100k BTC. We will get our confirmation of BTC dominance. And we will get our alts just sent into Valhalla out there. And gays from GigaChat cult, they will just keep jerking off to each other. 60 kilograms, like 160, 170. Yeah, guys, this is it. I'm sorry, I'm just sharing some personal information. Well, this thing is just going higher and higher. I should probably just launch some more even currently, right? It's very important not to be greedy in the current setup, but at the same time, it's at the bottom. It's even lower, like it even did not break out of these ranges. It's even not at 1.8, $1 million+ downloads on Google Play. Like it was enough to send meme coins to, I don't know, half $1 billion market cap. $1 billion market cap. Probably talking for too much. This is the overview. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I do think if you want to play it safe, you can be playing in Ethereum layer 2s. This is just somewhere I'm playing at because I want to have large exposure to the asset because I want to loan. And I want to loan the lowest market cap asset. And I want to loan the asset that is supported by Binance Labs. The asset on Basic System, which kind of guarantees the listing on Coinbase, although I did not do it for bread for some reasons. You probably know the reasons yourselves. And I want to also belong in the asset that one of the largest gaming communities have invested in. I want to loan the asset and that largest influencer in crypto is 100% will be talking about and invested in. And I want to talk about the asset that largest influencers in crypto like Becker and Elliott trades, like they talk about this as the narrative, as their focus. I want to belong in this asset, right guys? I don't think it's that bad. Thank you very much for watching this one. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Have a nice weekend ahead. I am expecting a cool off from Sunday to Monday. I am expecting for leverage to cool off. And like after that, 25th of November, Ethereum surges up and real alt season starts, baby, on new projects of this cycle. I told you, I gave you all the picks that you pretty much need at this stage. I do think Endian Blast will actually be doing quite well as well, with Ethereum going back higher. Thank you very much for watching this one. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.